To another Mr. Miller video. I'm going to jump straight into it. Before I go over my watch list for tomorrow, I'm going to show you my trade on GILD, Gilead Sciences. Here you see the daily chart, but I'm going to hop over to a 3-month chart and give you an idea of what I was looking for. So I had this on my watch list. We had pretty good volume last week. Before today, RSI headed up, stochastics headed up, MACD headed up, and we have a good spread on the MACD. Coming off the 9-period MA, what I was looking for is to try to reach 63.80 or break above the high here of 64.16. We actually gapped up today, so Gilead immediately jumped on my watch list. Pretty simple trade. It ran up pretty much all morning. I got in at this second candle, and I chose to get in around this point after we broke the pre-market highs on heavy volume. Stochastics headed up, MACD headed up, looked pretty good overall. Ended up exiting this trade after the parabolic went bearish and we broke below the 9-period moving average. Watch list for tomorrow, Inauguration Day. I've got like 20 stocks I'm looking at right now. I'm going to go through a little bit more in detail, a handful of them, but I'm not going to go through all of them. I'll skim through the other ones, but there's a few that I specifically want to point out, and I'm going to start with ticker symbol PLTR, Planter Technologies. We had an IPO back in October. We're going a little bit sideways here, kind of consolidating, not a whole lot going on, quite a bit of resistance up here. We're above the 9 moving average. Parabolic is bullish. We've got good volume. RSI is headed up. Stochastics headed up. MACD is not crossed over yet, but it could possibly. We're touching right here down at the bottom. Another reason I'm looking at PLTR is if you jump over here to the options chain and you look at the 27 strike, we have 20,000 total volume in options, in call options. And if you look over to the puts side, you can tell that we have double the amount of calls in volume than we do puts. So I've got my eye on it for that reason. Jump back over to our chart. Another one on my watch list is Gilead Science, ticker symbol GILD. That was my trade from earlier. I'm also looking at it again for a continuation pattern after the gap up. Heavy volume today. All our indicators headed up. What I'd like to see, though, is you have to be careful because this rising window back here from, looks like August. So could have some resistance here, but it's something to watch for sure tomorrow. Third stock on our watch list would be the QQQ, Invesco. Had a pretty good solid green day today. Everything's looking pretty solid, got good volume. What I would like to see is a break above this candle from the previous high around 319.15. That could make a run tomorrow, but we definitely need to break above this previous high. Symbol MU, Micron Technologies, big solid green day today. Definitely broke out today, so I'm looking for another continuation trade on that as we come up off this 9-period MA. Huge volume, RSI up, rest of the indicators up, looking good. Jump over to the options chain. Definitely have a lot more interest in our calls than puts, so that's another good sign to put the icing on the cake. So that's one at the top of my list for tomorrow. Those stocks that I'm looking at: BA, Boeing. If I can type in the right ticker symbol here. Just broke above the 9 moving average. Our parabolic hasn't quite turned over yet, but we are running into earnings. So this is a possible swing trade into earnings. So keep an eye out on that one. I also have Facebook. Looks like it had a pretty good day today. Gap up above the 9 MA. Also, we have running into earnings. Good swing trade into earnings. Everything looks pretty solid. MRVL, Marvel Technology, big run up today. Looking for another continuation pattern in tomorrow. So basically looking at some pretty safe trades tomorrow. Nothing too crazy. Big volume. All the indicators headed up, running into earnings again. Other things I have on my list are PayPal, PYPL. Looking for a breakout here. I want semiconductors. I think with Biden going into office, a lot of the semiconductors and the Chinese stocks or chip manufacturers are probably going to be doing pretty well. So I keep an eye on those. I'm also looking at like health insurance and different insurance companies, infrastructure companies with the new infrastructure bill maybe going through. Progressive is one that I'm looking at. That's pretty much all I have for my watch list for tomorrow. Come back, check out, see if we traded, see how we did on Inauguration Day. If I even trade at all, I'll be posting a video. Appreciate it if you drop a like and a subscribe.
This some serious gourmet shit.